All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Welcome back to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live on PulseWaveTrading.com. Thanks for that thumbs up ahead of time. I really appreciate it. Wait, we got a testimonial. My man Red Pill says the rally alert confirmed another long on Ethereum. Those rally alerts are on fire. All right, let's give a big old hand clap for the pulse waves. All right, for those of you who don't know, tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the president is going to address the nation. I guess they're going to be talking about the president's plans to do some things, with this whole coronavirus issue. Now, excuse me, you do recall that there was an announcement made the other day. Stock market didn't care, crashed. Then the following day, we rally up 1,000 points. It's just been up and down 1,000 points. It's basically like a 2,000 point trading range that we're stuck in right now. So you're up 1,000 one day, down 1,000 the next day. It's making it seem like, oh, the market rally hard. No, all that is trading in a range. It's making it look like there's more happening than what it really is. Okay. So really, there's not a lot happening at all as far as price action wise, with the exception, with the exception that we're bearish. Okay. Now, from a big old macro viewpoint, we're not. All right. From a macro viewpoint, it's not all that. If you look at the monthly charts, basically what you're seeing is a situation where we're just trading towards support. So the market still has quite a bit more downside to go, and it would still be considered, with a bullish overtone. So depending on your time horizon and what you're looking at, um, you may not really be too moved by it. Okay. So when I look at my charts, I try to take a smaller, a shorter viewpoint from a much smaller perspective, if you will. So that's kind of how I'm rolling right now. All right. That's how I'm rolling. Okay. So I need to show you some stuff. I really do. And I want to see if I can get it on and popping for you. I was blessed with some intel from one of our folks in the trading room. And that's what we're going to go with. We're going to start things off in a certain manner. All right. So the question is, was this all planned? Is this whole coronavirus thing a man-made bioweapon? Is it a judgment from on high? Is it just an unfortunate situation? Exactly what is it? So I'm going to show you a couple of things, and then we're gonna keep it moving. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so stay to the end because I got some information for you. I want to just something just to make you stop and think. That's all we try to do here. That's what I attempt to do. I attempt to get you to stop and to think. All right. So with that being said, You already have your PulseWave reports out for those of you that are members. You already know what we're doing. I'm still holding my 2 positions I got filled in on the TBT and the DXD. Still holding those long overnight. And I don't think we're going to change that right now. I kind of like what's going on. I know we got the unforeseen happening with the president speaking tonight. I just don't believe that that's really going to move the markets, only because there's so much uncertainty right now. Folk don't know what's what. And until, we get some type of direction going on here, I think the markets are going to still continue to do what they're doing. At the end of the day, nobody likes uncertainty. And the markets, they hate uncertainty. The markets want to know straight up and down what's going on and what do you intend to do about it. All right. So that's what the people want to know. They want to know, what's the plan? How are you going to get things back on track? And I have to tell you, according to my analysis, it ain't looking so good right now. I think we still have massive downward draft coming up. And until there's something to change that, I do not believe that anything's going to happen right now. It's just not. I don't think the bottom's in. I don't think we've even seen the bottom, to be honest with you. I don't know if there is a bottom right now. So much has happened. So much keeps happening. And we really don't have a lot of answers right now. So until some answers come, I think the markets are going to continue to be spooked. I think any intraday rallies are going to be sold and sold hard, because the panic is starting to set in. Now, we've always been told that in the wake of a national disaster, you can expect the government to tell you nothing, because they're always afraid that people are going to do what? Panic. And panic's always been something we were told that the governments will never do. The power to be, they will never do that. They'll never do that. They don't want to panic anybody. They don't want people bugging. So they will always speak with a certain tone. Their speech will be tempered with positivity at all times. They don't want people bugging. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. So they say. All right. So they say that's how they going to roll. That's their mandate. They want everybody to be nice and calm and cool and collected. And they figure they'll lead by example. If they're calm and cool and collected, then you will be calm and cool and collected. That's their thinking. That's their rationale. And it is what it is, right? Well, if that were true, why did the CDC, the World Health Organization, why did they all get together behind closed doors and agree to upgrade this to a pandemic? All right, they upgraded everything to a pandemic. Who does that? I'm asking you, who does that? You saying you don't want nobody to panic. You saying there's nothing to worry about. Just the other day, the president and his henchmen addressed the nation via the press conference, showing that this is nothing to worry about. They do not believe that it is going to have a significant impact in the United States of America. This is what they said. This is what they told us, the American people. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. That's basically the way they came off. They said, you ain't got to be bugging out over this. It's not a big issue. It's not a big deal. Nothing's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. That's what they said. So taking them at their word, American people are like, okay, well, we're still going to stock up on toilet paper and hand sanitizer and masks if we can find them anywhere. We're still going to do that. But you know what? Okay, fine. We will trust you. We will not panic. We will chill out. Okay, we're not going to panic. And so that's what you've pretty much seen. You haven't really seen public panic. All right. Yeah, those things I just named flew off the shelves, but food's still there. You can still find food, plenty of food. So it's not a real panic. But then you see the powers that be making other moves. So they're saying one thing and doing another. Then the NBA says, you know what, we're going to basically cancel the games, basically. Yeah, we'll play them, but no one will be allowed to come and see them. You have to watch it on TV. All right. Then they start canceling other major events. Even the E3 is canceled, man. All right. E3 has been canceled. So there's all these cancellations. Harvard University and other places saying, you know what, you can take your classes at home. Keep y'all behinds home. Don't be coming up in here with don't come over here. We don't want none of that. All right, you can take your classes online. No need to come in. A lot of people who have the wherewithal to do so are being encouraged to work from home. Hey, you got a laptop, log in and do your work from home. You don't need to be here. All right, that's what they're telling people. Don't come to work. Chill out. Hey, fall back. We don't need you. We don't need you right now. Fall back. Fall back. And that's what's up. It's bugging, man. It's crazy what's going on right now. Question here says, what is my stance on QAnon stuff? I'm not really into that right there. I haven't researched it. I don't really get into it. I don't even know if it's controlled opposition. I don't know what it is, and I haven't seen anything to go with it. Who cares at this point? Let's see. Someone says new evidence shows coronavirus started in the U.S., not China. Trump should have thought about collateral damage before dropping bioweapon on his arch enemies, China and Iran. Well, I don't think he did it. Like I said, how does he benefit? If you can't contain something and it's an election coming up, that doesn't help him out at all. That's a guaranteed loss of the election, in my opinion. Universal basic income about to become a reality. Yeah, I think that's coming regardless. So, I think that's just going to happen regardless. All right, so like I said, stay to the end because I got something for you, man. It's going to shock you. It's going to shock you, and I appreciate people looking out and sending me stuff because I will cover it. All right, let's look at a few charts though, and then we'll get. Like I said, you're going to want to stay to the end because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bless y'all with some stuff, and it's gonna blow you away. All right, I promise. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's pull up our first chart here. Let me share my screen with you. All right. So our first chart is US dollar index. As you can see, we had that primary rally alert for today. Market did break out and did close higher. I think it wants to try to get back up to around that 97 and a half mark, somewhere between there, 97 and a half. I think that's what's up. So we'll watch that. All right. So we're still within this technical bouncing phase. Can the market get up above that resistance? That's yet to be seen. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, looking at the the ETF for bear markets, hedge HDGE. All right, so we canceled out. We're now stuck in a trading range. I'm expecting tomorrow to be what is called an inside day or narrow range inside day, where we're trading in between the range here that's been established and possibly get a break out to the downside to fill this gap right here, more than likely. All right, and I know we got this one down here to deal with too at some point. So when and if that happens, who knows? So it's possible this thing will just continue to move up slightly higher until this coronavirus thing is over with. From a weekly perspective, this is what it looks like. Getting up toward that resistance right there at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. All right. So you got a resistance around the $7 range. This thing has been steadily going down, 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 down. And really it's not really responding well to the coronavirus. This thing got low as $5 and we're only at 662. The Dow has lost like 10,000 points and that's as much as we could get up. I had to show you all that because me no like. All right, moving on. This right here is DIG. All right, so DIG had that primary rally alert followed by now a primary crash alert. So trading range has been established. At some point, I believe that the market will break back out and at least fill this gap here. So $11 is in play from where we are now. And I think we can get beyond that and the market could recover at least up to around 16, somewhere around there, between 15 and 16. So hey, that's not a bad ride, right? I'm looking for that one. I like that one. All right, moving on. Here is BCH on the crypto side of town. Had the primary crash alert coming into today. The market does the opposite. We got two bearish pointers. We got two bearish pointers set like this in this circumstance. On the back of this primary rally alert, you still got 3 to 5 bars to complete that cycle. I think this is acting as support pillars right here, and the market's going to try to get back up to around that 310, 320 mark. We shall see. We are under bearish weekly trend momentum, so BCH has a lot of overhead resistance to deal with, but we still got to watch this for the next 3 to 5 bars to see if we do get that rally. All right, looking at the Australian dollar, going into the forex side of things. Today, narrow range inside day. We still got this whopper of a bearish pointer to contend with. I think the market is about to head back down again. We do have a crash alert here. So we got 3 to 5 bars to complete that. I think that's about to happen as soon as probably tomorrow. All right, looking at the Dow futures. As you can see here, we just finally got this little peace agreement. Primary rally alert followed by primary crash alert means the two cancel each other out, create what is called a trading range. I'm expecting tomorrow to probably be a narrow range inside day where we don't do jack. All right. Thanks for the kind words there. Is it Kevin? I appreciate it, Kevin. All right, so moving right on here. Here is Bitcoin now. Bitcoin had that primary rally alert. It's looking like the other one we just looked at. And then you have these two pillars here, two bearish pointers that could pull this one back down since this is occurring at the bottom of a Kumo cloud, which is a major resistance point. So there is a degree of happenstance that we're looking at on this one. There's a possibility that the market could bottom here and then get deep inside of the cloud. But there's also, unfortunately, that situation where because these are two bearish pointers, the market could come down really, really hard and fast. So it's a 50-50 on this one. There's a high probability we could come up here and fill this gap first, and then bump heads around the top of the Kumo cloud and the bottom of the trend line resistance. So this is going to be also an interesting one to watch to see which way it breaks. All right, looking at silver, going to the futures now. All right, still consolidated, man. Here, this is a wicked bearish pointer. Market's looking like it wants to go there. We're still under the auspices of this correction and this primary crash alert, which the market did do, and it's still in the process of doing that. Okay. All right. Looking at XLF. So this is the financial sector. Now, the last time we got this trading range, this canceling out process was back here. All right, we had it here first, got that narrow range. The market then proceeded to break down. Now we're getting this again. Are we going to get the narrow range tomorrow for Thursday, and then Friday for Take Back Friday, we go up here and fill this gap? This is definitely going to be one to watch. All right, moving right along. This is UUP. This is the US dollar ETF. All right, you see this massive pointer we did right here, massive bearish pointer. Then you have this primary rally alert and a secondary rally alert. What this means is more than likely we're heading toward the trend line resistance right here around that 26.5. So $26.50, filling the gap. And then if it bumps its heads and roll over again, we'll see what happens. But this is a wicked bearish pointer right here. I don't know if this is a bad tick or what, but this is a massive one. So we'll see. This is also one to watch. Right now, momentum seems to be on the bull side right now. So this one technically is a buy and pray. All right, looking at bonds, man. Look how the bonds are coming down. Look at the TLT. Filled the first gap, filled the second gap. Now it's working its way down. Is it going to fill this one? Dun, dun, dun. You can make an argument and say that this filled this one, 149.58. And yeah, you can make an argument that this one has been filled from this bar. If that's the case, then this thing should be ready to come back up soon. But because we got the back-to-back primary crash alerts, perhaps the bond run is over. The age of bonds is over. Now it's the age of the orc. So we'll see. This is going to be a very, 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 very interesting one to watch. I like the odds for the TBT right now. All right, looking at SWAN, SWAN. All right, to its credit, it hasn't collapsed like the other equities, because the way this one is designed so you make money. Even, if there's a black swan event, you don't lose a whole lot of your cash. This is a massive, massive one right here. Look at this thing, man. This bar is sick. And then you got this one, so the primary crash alert, you come down. Secondary crash alert for tomorrow. I don't know. This one should hold up. I don't know. I mean, the way that the ETF is designed, it should be holding up. It has been since the market has been collapsing. It's been going up a little bit and holding its own. So this is one of those that if you have it in your portfolio, it should help balance things out a little bit. So we shall see how this one performs. This is an interesting one to watch also. All right, moving on. This is the SPY, the SPY, the E-mini S&P 500 ETF. We got that primary rally alert, primary crash alert. Tomorrow should be a narrow range inside day. We shall see. What does the market want to do? Is it going to fall some more? It's looking like it could possibly do that. So that's that one looking bearish. Semiconductors, SMH. Same thing, calling for a narrow range inside day tomorrow. We will see what we get on that one. I think it is a possibility. We got it here. Primary rally alert, primary crash alert, narrow range inside day, break. Primary rally alert, primary crash alert, Should be a narrow range inside day for tomorrow on the semiconductors. Question, is the market bottoming? We shall see. All right, here's SLV. All right, the silver futures ETF. As you can see, primary crash alert, and the market has been slowly grinding to a crash. And we have this bearish pointer right here. I think this one heads lower. All right, moving right along, looking at gold futures now. Primary crash alert, market is slowly grinding down. Looks like it's trying to make its way toward the trend line support, getting down here around the 1580 mark. I think that is more than likely in play. All right, taking a look now at the SJB. As you can see, it's been behaving like it's supposed to as the stock market's been falling apart. But something weird happened. You got up here, and then you came right back down. And now you're trying to make your way back up. So I'm going to say that the momentum is going to try to head toward 23.5. I think that's what the market wants to do. But the only problem is that your trend line, your longer term trend line, is below the Kumo cloud. Even though price is broken out above it, your long-term trend line support has not. It needs to come up out of the cloud and get up over the cloud for us to have a nice solid chart pattern. Right now, the pattern looks nasty. All right. Taking a look at the Russell futures now. Russell futures, here's that primary crash alert, and you're still weak. You're still crashing. You're still falling. The bears are still in control of this market. It has not bottomed. Russell has not bottomed. Still bearish. Looking at the NASDAQ 100 ETF QQQ. Tomorrow I'm expecting a narrow range inside day as we have established a trading range. Is the NASDAQ trying to bottom? Or are we setting up a basing pattern because we're getting ready to set up that next leg down? All right, taking a look now at crude oil futures. We got that primary rally alert followed by a primary crash alert. We filled the gap. Is the market ready to come back down again? Or are we going to continue to move up? This one should be a narrow range inside day tomorrow, but the nature of how it did it is interesting. This is definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch. All right, looking at the NASDAQ 100 futures now. Narrow range inside day is predicted for tomorrow because of the canceling out of the primary rally and crash alerts. Are we bottoming? Or are we basing for the next leg down? Another one to watch. All right, pulling up Litecoin now, going back to the crypto space. Same thing here. We got that double pillar here, formation at the bottom underneath the Kumo cloud. Primary rally, primary crash alert. Should be a narrow range inside day for tomorrow. So this was definitely going to be one to watch as well. We're going to break down or break out and get up toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud at 60. If we break out north, then 60 is the initial target. If we break down, then 35 is the initial target. 60 top side, 35 bottom side for Litecoin. Taking a look now at the real estate sector IYR ETF. Narrow range inside day predicted for tomorrow. Likewise, are we basing for a attempt at the bottom of the Kumo cloud at 92, or are we bottoming for that, or are we basing out so we can put in another leg down? This is another one to watch. Looking at ticker IPRV. All right, iShares listed private equity. This one right here is a primary rally alert for tomorrow. All right, this is a primary rally alert for tomorrow on this one. So this one is looking interesting, I must say. When you get those that look interesting, you have no choice but to investigate and see if it's worth you getting involved. Everything is not worth you getting involved, but sometimes you got to take a look at it. It just behooves you to do it, you know? So that's definitely one to watch. All right. Next one is INO. All right, that's that pharmaceutical joint. Primary rally alert for tomorrow on this one. Could be a good technical bounce on this one. So this is another one to add to the watch list for tomorrow. Kind of like the chances on that. All right, so that's INO. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, so the next one is IDPE, private equity, another one. All right, this one has that secondary rally alert, and then we did this. This one's looking weird too. This is a bullish pointer, and the chart is all jacked up. It should be moving back up a little bit and getting up toward resistance around the 2350 mark. So this is one to watch also to see what happens. But the chart is all jacked up. All right. Question. I see. I got some questions. So let me see here. The first one is XTZ. I don't know what XTZ is. If that's a crypto, I don't know. Let me see. Let me get out of this. Let me look at my crypto thingy. All right, so XTZ. Let me see here. Sounds familiar. XT. Nope, I don't have XTZ on my list. Sorry about that. All right. And it says Tezos. Is that an equity or a crypto? I don't know what that is. Because I pulled up the XTZ and it's not coming up. So let me know. Is that a crypto or is that an equity? All right. We'll come back to that. All right. Next one is EOS. Okay. The EOS I do have. All right. So here's EOS. This is the USD EOS. Okay. USD looks like this, narrow range inside day predicted for tonight into tomorrow because the primary rally alert canceled out by the primary crash alert, and it happens underneath the Kumo cloud. So I think this one will probably continue to move sideways at least for one more day on this one. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. XTZ. Yeah. Let me. That's one that used to be on the list, right? Because I didn't see it. Let me see. Let me look again. Let me look again. Y'all know how I get when I'm tired, man. I work my butt off all day. And then I just can't remember anything. All right, XTZ. Yeah, that's something that used to be on there. I have ZRX and ZEC. And as far as X's go, I got XEM, XMR, and XRP. That's what I got right now. I don't have XTZ. I probably will add some in the near future. Just right now, I've not been able to do that. I've been mad busy. So it's something we'll have to think about. I'll get with Frank on that. All right, but now the part that you have been waiting for and the part that I have been anxious to get ready to show you. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you something. All right, I'm going to show you something. I don't want you to panic. All right, I do not want you to panic. Okay, here we go. You stayed to the end, so now you're going to be rewarded. All right, you stuck to the end. Here we go. All right, are y'all ready? Here we go. This was posted at a doctor's office. Someone showed this to me, so I figured I would show it to you. Are you ready? Posted at the doctor's office. Okay. Every election year has a disease since 2004. In 2004, we had SARS. All right. In 2008, we had the avian flu. In 2010, we had the swine flu. In 2012, we had MERS. In 2014, we had Ebola. In 2016, we had Zika. 2018, Ebola again. And now 2020, coronavirus. Facts. Coronavirus has a contagion factor of 2. SARS was 4. Measles is 18. So from a contagion factor, measles is more contagious than the coronavirus. Coronavirus has a cure rate of 99.7% for those under the age of 50. All right. And let's see. And they said the spread is leveling off. Okay. And then it says this is a viral pneumonia being hyped as the Black Plague before an election. Isn't that interesting how I have been saying that all along? And I'm glad someone has actually posted that here for me. That is awesome. Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention today. All right, the next thing I want to show you guys. Are you ready? Does anyone remember this? For you old heads out there. 1993, season 4, episode 21 of The Simpsons. Coronavirus. See that at the bottom of the screen there? Coronavirus. This right here is from 1993. How about that? How about that? Not a conspiracy theory. This is a fact. All right. You ready for the next one? Here's the next one. Does anybody remember this? Does anybody remember this? 2011. Remember the FEMA coffin liners lined up in the South, Georgia, and I think South Carolina had some too, whatever. Remember these? And everyone say, you're just a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. Well, can you explain this? It's looking like, was this planned? Have they been working on this for the past decade? Is that what's going on? All right, here's the next thing I want to show you. You ready for this? Has anybody read this book by Dean Koontz called The Eyes of Darkness? All right. Author Dean Koontz. Genre suspense. Publication date May the 10th, 1981. May the 10th, 1981. Shall we proceed? This is page, was it 333, 555? I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Chinese scientist Li Chen, they call the stuff Wuhan 400 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside of the city of Wuhan. And it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganisms created at the research center. Wuhan 400 is a perfect weapon. It afflicts only human beings. No other living creature can carry it, meaning it did not come from a bat. And like syphilis, Wuhan 400 can't survive outside a living human body for longer than a minute. which means it can't permanently contaminate objects or entire places the way anthrax or other virulent microorganisms can. And when the host expires, the Wuhan 400 within him perishes a short while later, as soon as the temperature of the corpse drops below 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you see the advantage of all this? Now, here's another thing. In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Any questions? What more information do you need? What more do you need? Huh? What more do you need? Hello? All right, so this is why your markets are bugging. This is why people are bugging. This is what it is. Okay, folks? If you have not already done so, if you think this is interesting, then you need to go watch the documentary called There Is No Collapse by yours truly. It is available on my YouTube channel here. Just go to the documentary playlist and you'll see it. Yeah, folks. Nothing happens by coincidence. All of this stuff is planned. It took them 20 years to plan 9/11, and it took them 10 years to plan this one. But this book was written in 1981. No such thing as a coincidence. Just like the Titanic, it was written, a book about it was written years in advance. They always publicize what they're going to do before it happens. That way they can say, hey, at least you were warned. It's not our fault. You didn't believe the warning or take it seriously. Right? I'm just saying, folks, this is something to consider. I'm just saying. All right? Nothing happens by accident. It doesn't. Nothing happens in a vacuum. It just doesn't. It never does. It never will. Everything is contrived and planned, folks. They know exactly what they are doing. Now, here's something else that I want to bring to your attention. If you just give me a little second, I will pull it up here and I will show it to you. And you'll see that what we are experiencing is highly questionable. All right? And I mean highly questionable. All right, so let's go back to this one over here. All right, here we go. Today's the 11th, right? Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull this one up. It's coming up now. All righty then. Let me take this. I gotta learn how to maneuver with this stuff, man. Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing to work right. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. All right. Are you familiar with this one? Let me know. All right. So is it a coincidence that while this is going on, social media companies have made the decision to partner with health authorities, government officials like those who work for the CDC to combat quote unquote misinformation about the coronavirus? We all know what this means. Under the mainstream media, seemingly innocent words lies a rash of new censorship coming down the pipes. Only the official narrative from those in the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will soon be allowed on social media. Last week, the social media app TikTok, popular with youth and young adults, announced it will be partnering with the WHO in an effort to spread veritable information on the novel coronavirus. Notice how use the word novel, the novel coronavirus or COVID-19, in addition to best public health practices. In other words, they don't want you talking about it. Anyone going outside of their narrative is considered fake news. Remember when the mainstream media was losing its influence over the alternative media? So they said, how do we prevent ourselves from dying? I know, let's go ahead and criminalize them and let people know that, hey, if you listen to this, you're stupid. You're a tinfoil hat wearer. You're ignorant. And I know, let's call them fake news. So now only the mainstream media is facts. Anything other than mainstream media is fake news. And then they got Google and everyone to get behind them. When you search certain things now, it comes up under fake news. It automatically tags you and says fake news. And then if to hedge their bets, they get rid of channels like Alex Jones and other people, because no one is allowed to speak truth to power. This cannot be allowed. No wonder Bernie Sanders loves communist China. No wonder he loves communism and loves China and talks about it all the time. That's what he wants to do. So this is right here, folks. This is it. This is it. This is what they're talking about. They want to censor the truth. I wonder why that is. Does it have anything to do with what those slides I showed you? Perhaps. Just saying, folks. It's looking suspicious. Here's my thing. You know that there's something to hide when they don't even want to debate the issue. They don't even want to have something like a town hall meeting to talk about it and to address it. They don't want that. They don't want open debate. They don't. They want they want to cram their viewpoints down your throat and force you to believe it and address it. And if you don't, hey, you're just ignorant. They have all the facts. Why do you think they shut the door on, on debate when it came to the whole global warming thing? Once they were exposed about, lying about the whole man-made global warming stuff, then that's when they say, hey, the conversation is ended. The debate is over. There is no debate. These are facts because they said so. And you're not allowed to question their facts. If you question the facts, then you're a racist and you're an idiot because you questioned the facts. All right. So just saying, this is some wild stuff, folks. Wild stuff. So in other words, the WHO is asking TikTok to make sure their narrative infects the mind of young adults and youth audience they are said to attract. Only the information from the WHO will be deemed relevant to this outbreak. The Chinese have taken to using force to prevent information from getting out. We're focused on making sure everyone can access credible and accurate information. I love how they just take everyday words and stuff it with a whole new meaning. By saying that, they're saying that what they are doing and saying is accurate information. But yet, you can't hold it up to scrutiny because they won't allow that. They won't allow it. Just like 9/11, they didn't want to discuss it. They said anyone saying that 9/11 is an inside job is an idiot. And it has kept parroting that every day, all day, for days, weeks, and months on end. Every talk show, every late night talk show, every radio talk show, every daytime talk show on TV, that has kept putting that into you so that the fear would come over you, so that you would be the fear of ostracism. You didn't want to be ostracized by questioning the narrative. And that's where we are now. This is a Ray Bradbury society. Anyone who questions the narrative, you will be burned alive like a book. All right. So that's where we are, folks. I'm just saying. Look, have you ever questioned why do you think my channel is considered a small, insignificant channel? Why do you think that is? I'm one of few people, a handful of folks on the internet, period, giving out accurate, precise, before the fact information, and yet no one even knows I exist because they had to make sure that that would happen. I've lost count of how many people say, "Hey, they unsubscribed me from you," or "I didn't see you in the timelines," or "I didn't see you in the recommendeds like I used to." What happened? Yeah, they broke a lot of people's YouTube channels, and that's just the way that's just the way it is. I mean, my channel was growing exponentially, and then all of a sudden, boom! They made it so that my ticker counters are not even accurate. No, ever. The other day, I caught them. My video feed was on. It was stuck on 666 forever, as far as views, and I knew I had that many views off the jump. So whatever. I'm just saying, we live in perilous times, so they're going to continue to do what they can do to stop the truth from getting out, man, because they don't want anyone to have that. You think they want these pulse waves going out to the masses so that the masses can go to the stock market and take money away from them? They don't want that. They don't want you going to the crypto market and taking all their money. They don't want you going to the forex market and taking all their money. They don't want to share none of their money with you. All right. When they're wrecking countries and wrecking companies and taking their stocks to zero and laughing, you think they want to share any of that wealth with you? No, they'd rather give you a basic universal income while they trade the markets and make all the money. That's what they want to do. That's what they want. All right. They want to keep you from doing that. So what do? They scare you to death about it. They allow every charlatan to crawl from under the rocks where they live, and they come up on social media passing themselves off as trading experts and market experts and analysts and professionals, knowing good and well they couldn't make a winning trade to save their life, but yet they got 1 billion followers and they steal millions of dollars from people. You guys know who I'm talking. We can sit here and do a whole nother show just naming names on YouTube. Everybody knows. We don't need to say names. You know who we talking about. I can't tell you how many people came to me. If I had $1 for every person that came to me saying how much money they lost, or some of these other people on YouTube passing themselves off to be experts, we would all be rich. I could buy every one of you a yacht. But yet people still go to these hucksters. People still fall, for the grifters. That's what happens to them. They get catfished by the grifters. So all I'm saying to you guys is, don't lose heart. Continue to dig and find and search for the truth. Don't let nobody just, think for you or tell you what to think. Do your own research. Don't be lazy. We cannot be lazy in this day and age. And you have to question everything. All right. You got to question it. Don't just take it for face value. Do a little bit of digging. I know it takes a lot more work now to research stuff because how they've changed the internet. All right. It used to be you could just Google something and bam, you all the stuff will come up. Not anymore. They've buried stuff deep, 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 in the web, and it's hard to find stuff now. And it's just sad where we are. But what I'm thinking is that what the people need to do is make their own YouTube. And if enough people get over there, but they have their own YouTube, then they don't have to worry about using, the man's platform, because it will be something that they can't shut down, something they can't attack or hack, something mad secure that's like on a blockchain type thing where they just can't come in and do whatever they want to with it. That would be so super dope. Then that way we could say what we need to say and do what we need to do and not be penalized for it. You know what I'm saying? So just saying, man, I just want to encourage everybody. All right. Whenever you leave my stuff, I want you to be encouraged. Oh, we got another testimonial. Uh-oh. A man Brandon said he made 45 large using the PulseWave system with 5 pairs within 3 weeks last year. Wow, dude, that's incredible, man. Yeah, all right, see, there we go, man. The system works, man. What can I say? Yeah, you are late to the party, Max. Where you been, man? Where you been? Where you been? Um, JDST. Yeah, I didn't look at JDST, and I didn't do what is it? GDXJ. You're right. So let me pull that up for you right quick. I do forget these things sometimes, so you have to bear with me. I do forget. All right, so let's see here. Let me get that open for you. If we can go ahead and end it. All right, so JDST. Here we go. JDST. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So as you can see, JDST has been on a whole nother joint. Primary rally alert right here. Secondary. Primary crash alert comes down. Primary rally alert. Then we take off again. So right now, it's in an uptrend channel, and it doesn't really have an immediate resistance in sight. I think what the market's really waiting for, though, is for this long-term trend line support to get up out of this Kumo cloud. It needs to come up out of the cloud in order for this market to really take off. But it's looking like it does have some legs to it. You figure this market has already doubled in price. It was back here at the $6.5, $7 handle, and here we are now smiling at 15. So this one does look to be doing what it do right now. So this is what's up. All right, let me see what else. Oh, someone made a comment. Actually, we did do a show together way back in the day. We both hosted for the late great Charlie McGrath on the Wide Awake News Show. We did something. Yep. Let's see. All right, so I think that's it, right? I think we covered everything. So with that being said, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the pre-market post scan. And the president should be talking about right now, as a matter of fact. He should be addressing the, ooh, if he's talking, if folks don't like it, hold on, let me see. Is he talking? Let me see. What we got? All right. Whatever's going on, I don't think he like it because the Dow is down 300. So whatever he said. Now it's the funny thing. The market was up a little bit before before it was up like 200. So that's a 500 point swing in the Dow, folks. So whatever he said, they not feeling it because we are falling right now in the night markets and the U.S. stock indexes. They down heavy. Bitcoin's up $40 though, and nat gas is down a little bit. Crude oil is starting to turn down as well. Yo, DUG, good grief! Look at that gap. Look at the bid ask spread in the overnight. Good grief! 97 on the low and 115 on the top. Talk about illiquidity. Wow, no liquidity. All right. Gold is up $2.80 now, and silver is up a penny. So we start to get a little bit of action, folks. We're getting a little bit of action. Let me show you what it looks like. Cause I know some of y'all gonna say, we don't believe you. We haven't seen a chart. We don't know if what you're saying is the truth or not. We like you. We just don't know if we can trust what you're saying to us right now. So I'm gonna show it to you. Here you go. All right. Here is I'll make it wide as I can. All right. So here's your Dow right here. All right. Now we're down 187. Nope. Now we just jumped to 210. Good. Now, all right. This is a good lesson. Let me show y'all something real quick. Okay. We call this the jump skip, the pause jump skip. Markets don't move like what you're saying right now. When you see that pause jump skip like that, that means that you got volume of orders coming in and they're tearing up the price ladder. we keep pausing it and jumping and stuttering and skipping. That's not a good sign in a bear market. In a bear market, that is a whack sign. That's saying that you got mad orders that are about to come in and beat the market to death. In a bull market, that's saying look out for those of you who are short. You're about to get squoze like a python wrapped around a mouse. So I don't like seeing price action like that. Now I know someone can make an argument, boy, it's nighttime, it's a little bit thinner. No. Look how we are jumping. We're just at 277 now. We're at 322 and 306 respectively. Please. All right. Not good. All right, let's see here. No, this is the crash. I think that's the part that's concerning me. I think this is the crash we've been talking about, and it is also a test run for the next leg down, which could be quite severe. Like I said, it could drop the Dow below 20,000. All right, that's the kind of situation that is going on right now. Now, y'all know I don't be fear mongering. I don't believe in that. I believe in calling things as it is. All right, someone just posted the president is speaking now. Okay. Well, right now, whatever it is, they don't like it. They don't like it because right now, the Dow is, as you can see, is getting worse. Now we're down 341. See what I'm saying? 350. We're skipping. We're moving in 10-point increments in the Dow. That's what you call an untradeable market. What you going to do with that? Markets all over the place. What you supposed to do with that? You can't do nothing with that. You just have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, let's see. All right. I'm gonna have to run. I need to take care of some stuff right quick. But anyway, you see what's going on. So we'll be back here tomorrow morning for pre-market pulse scan. Go to pulsewavetrading.com. You can sign up for the webinar coming out on Friday. All right, we're going to talk about some stuff, reveal some more stuff, and I just want to encourage everybody, get yourself a six-pack. You know you're thirsty. Going over there to pulsewavetrading.com, get a six-pack for you and a buddy. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.